Welcome to my channel, Modern Grit. Signs a woman likes you and is trying not to show it. Women cultivate an almost supernatural ability to compartmentalize attraction. We build fortress-like boundaries while simultaneously leaving hidden passages for the right person to discover. The genius lies in our duality. Every attempt to appear indifferent carries its own signature of interest that defies our rational intentions. These contradictory behaviors form a secret code that reveals our authentic feelings. And deciphering this encrypted communication unlocks the truth behind our most protected emotional investments. Point 1. Consistent proximity without direct engagement. Most men make the mistake of waiting for the big, obvious signs: direct eye contact, a confident approach, maybe even a compliment or two. They overlook something much subtler: proximity. When a woman likes you, she may not rush in with bold gestures, but she'll keep finding ways to be near you. She'll position herself next to you in a group, linger when you're talking, or somehow always be in your vicinity without directly engaging. What many men miss here is that this isn't an accident. She's not merely existing in the same space. She's drawn to you, but she's also testing the waters. The truth: proximity is often a sign of comfort and curiosity. She's trying to figure out if it's safe to let her guard down and you're the one she's observing. Think about those moments when she seems to be around. Maybe during work breaks or social gatherings, if she consistently places herself close to you, it's not random. It's an invitation to notice her without her having to say a word. That quiet, almost passive behavior is a clear signal that she's interested. Don't ignore it. That's her subtle way of saying, "I'm watching and I'm intrigued." Point 2. Subtle glances, quick lookaways. Here's where most men get it wrong. They confuse a fleeting glance for something insignificant. A woman's gaze isn't just a random glance. If she likes you, she'll look at you in a way that tells her heart is already ahead of her mind. The mistake most men make is misreading that quick look as something casual. It's not. What's happening is a well-executed defense mechanism. She looks at you, sees something that makes her heart skip, and in an instant, she looks away, trying to regain control of her emotions. It's almost like she's hiding behind a veil of indifference, trying not to seem too eager or vulnerable. The key here is in the frequency. If you're catching her, looking at you more than once, and then quickly averting her gaze, pay attention. This is a sign that she's not just casually passing time. She's actively interested, but trying to maintain a sense of control. Picture this: you're in a crowd and her eyes lock with yours. But as soon as you notice, she looks away. Don't overthink it. This quick look away isn't a rejection. It's an invitation to lean in to engage with her at the right time, and it could easily lead to something deeper if you recognize it for what it is. Point 3. Tone of voice changes, but indifference feels contrived. A common mistake men make is thinking that if a woman isn't overtly warm or flirtatious, she's not interested. They misinterpret her neutral tone as disinterest and quickly move on, believing she's just being polite. But here's the thing. Women are experts at masking their emotions. Often, the way they speak gives away more than they intend. What to do instead? Pay attention to the tone of her voice when she's speaking to you. Notice how it shifts compared to how she talks to others. Even when she appears indifferent, her voice might soften. The pitch might change ever so slightly, or she may linger a little longer on certain words when addressing you. These subtle adjustments are her way of signaling emotional engagement despite the outward appearance of detachment. Indifference on the surface is often just a defense mechanism. She's guarding herself from vulnerability. The real communication is hiding in these small tonal shifts. For example, when she laughs just a little longer at your jokes, or her voice softens when saying your name, don't miss it. This isn't casual. She's emotionally investing, even if she's trying to keep it under wraps. Point 4. Nervous, pining. When you approach, most men believe that if a woman is attracted to them, she will act confident and composed. She'll make the first move, or at least give clear, unmistakable signs. The truth is, attraction often brings a quiet, subtle nervousness, one that women instinctively try to mask. What should you do instead? When a woman is drawn to you, but hesitant to show it, look for the pining signals. She might adjust her hair, straighten her clothes, or even smooth down an imaginary wrinkle in her shirt when you approach. These are not random actions. They're instinctual signs that she's trying to look her best in front of you, even if she's not fully aware of it. This nervous energy is her way of trying to maintain control over a situation where her emotions are already getting the best of her. It's a clear signal of attraction, though she's trying to keep her emotions in check. If you notice her fidgeting with her appearance, whether it's brushing her hair or adjusting her posture, it's an invitation. She's signaling that you've caught her attention, and she's doing everything she can to appear composed while navigating her attraction to you. Point 5. Remembering insignificant details you mentioned. Many men make the mistake of assuming that women don't pay attention to the small things. Those casual comments about a favourite dish or a passing remark about a weekend getaway. They assume these things fade into the background. But when a woman remembers them, it is actually a clear sign that she's not only listening, but emotionally invested in what you're saying. What should you do instead? When she brings up those tiny details, whether it's something as simple as your favourite food, a recent trip you took, or even the name of your pet, it's not by accident. She's taking mental notes. These are the moments where she's subtly showing you that she's paying attention. Even if she's trying to mask it behind casual conversation, remember, it's not just politeness at play here. She's actively building emotional intimacy by absorbing these small details. They matter to her. For example, when she casually mentions that she remembers your favourite dish from weeks ago or asks about a hobby you briefly shared with her, don't brush it off. She's not just being courteous. She's making mental notes, and those notes are about you. Point 6. Finding excuses for accidental physical contact. It's easy for most men to think that physical touch has to be initiated directly. Maybe you're waiting for her to touch your arm or make the first move to bridge the gap between you. What many men miss, though, is that a woman who's interested in you might already be initiating those little moments of physical contact, even without explicitly making a move. What should you do instead? Pay attention to the accidental touches. She might brush her hand against your arm while laughing at something you said, lightly touch your shoulder as she's making a point, or even accidentally bump into you as she passes by. These touches may seem like accidents at first, but they're often anything but. Key point. These little touches are deliberate, disguised as accidents, and are her way of testing the waters. She's not crossing physical boundaries, but she's still inviting you to do so, to see if the touch is reciprocated. If she keeps brushing against you or makes physical contact more than once, it's not a coincidence. She's giving you permission, even if it's in the most subtle way, to close that physical gap between you. Point 7. Her friends know your name before you've met. It's a subtle sign that most men overlook, but it's an important one. Often men assume that if a woman talks about them, her friends will just naturally pick up on the conversation. But when her friends know your name before you've even had a chance to speak to them directly, it's not just coincidence. It's a clue that she's been discussing you with them. What should you do instead? If you're at a social gathering and her friends know your name or casually bring you up in conversation before you've even introduced yourself to them, don't brush it off as just casual chatter. it's a telltale sign that she's been talking about you. And most likely, she's trying to see if you'll notice or react. This isn't just idle gossip. It's part of how she's trying to gauge your level of interest and how you fit into her world. Key point. This signals that her feelings for you have already crossed into her social circle. She's no longer just considering you privately. You've moved into the realm of her social thoughts. And that's where things get serious. For example, if you've never met her friends, but they know your name or they bring you up in a casual conversation, it's no accident. She's been talking about you. She's subtly testing the waters to see if you'll respond, to see if you're aware of the place you've already started to take in her world. And believe me, it's an important step, one that shows just how invested she's become in the connection between the two of you. Bonus point. Her resistance is just a shield. Be patient and let her feel comfortable in her own time. When a woman pulls back or seems resistant, it's easy to mistake it for disinterest or rejection. But in reality, resistance often comes from past experiences, insecurities, or a duplicate fear of vulnerability. The key here is patience, because it's not about her not liking you. It's about her feeling safe enough to open up to you. What to do instead? Understand that her resistance is a barrier, not a wall. She's not rejecting you, but protecting herself. The key is to create a space where she feels comfortable enough to drop that guard. With time, trust, and consistent support, that barrier will dissolve. Example, you might notice her hesitating to let you in, being a little cautious, testing the waters. The solution? Be patient and show her that you're reliable and safe. Give her the space to take her time. Eventually, if you're patient enough, you'll witness her opening up completely, sharing parts of herself she may have been holding back for far too long. To quickly recap, here are the signs you need to be looking for. 1. Consistent proximity without direct engagement. 2. Subtle glances, quick lookways. 3. Tone of voice changes, but indifference feels contrived. 4. Nervous pining when you approach. 5. Remembering insignificant details. 6. Finding excuses for accidental physical contact. 7. Her friends know your name before you've met, and remember the bonus point. Her resistance is just a shield. Be patient and let her feel comfortable in her own time. Call to action in closing. If you made it this far, I'd love for you to leave a simple comment. Just drop interested below so we know you're part of this exclusive group who stayed till the end. Like this video if it gave you some clarity. Hit that like button so we can keep bringing you valuable content and help this video reach more people. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for daily content like this and share this video with someone who needs it. We truly appreciate your support. As a thank you, we've recommended another video for you on the screen right now. And we'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching.